Hey, good morning, everyone. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. Well, I am at a new beach this morning. Not a nude beach, Jan. Gotta watch out for Jan. A new beach. I am right on the line between Barefoot Beach and Bonita Beach. Right on the county line, too, between Naples, North Naples, Collier County, and Bonita Springs. Figured, what the heck, let's check this place out. We have several of our beach friends that visit this beach frequently. Looking down to the south, that's Barefoot Beach down to the south. And down towards the end, Barefoot Beach Preserve, which takes you all the way down to Wiggins Pass. It's still pretty dark out here. I'll pan around out into the Gulf. Looks fairly calm out here. 78 degrees, by the way, 78 degrees. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday. And here's a look up to the north. Looking north up Bonita Beach. We're going to walk up to the north first. Then we'll turn around and walk back down to the south, walk onto Barefoot Beach for a little while. I don't know what kind of connection I'm going to get here. Look back to the east. Got a beautiful orange glow going on over here. Beautiful orange glow this morning. If you're familiar with the area, where I am at is right in the bend of Bonita Beach Road, where it makes that turn to the north. If you look closely, you'll actually see the headlights of the cars going by on Bonita Beach Road. And behind these trees is Bonita Beach Park. That is a Lee County park. You can see the flags. The parking lot is right behind these trees. I'll show you that later when the sun comes up on our way back. I'll give you a peek at Bonita Beach Park. And then just to the south, to the right of Bonita Beach Park, is an access for Collier County residents to Barefoot Beach. I mean, it's only 50 feet south of this park here. So there's two parking lots and access points, one for Lee County, one for Collier County. I'll try to give you a look at both of those just so you know how to get here. I'm in the Collier County parking lot because I have a Collier County beach pass, so I don't have to pay. If I lived in Lee County, I'd park here in the Lee County Park. Gorgeous colors. Unfortunately, I hear some blowers. The maintenance crew has already started over here in the park. Look at those colors. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. This is new to me, believe it or not. Believe it or not, in the 40 some odd years that I've lived here now, that I've lived in Naples, I have never stepped foot on this beach here. So this is new to all of us. New to all of us. This is where our friends Scott and Linda come. They come to this beach. Look at that sky. Wow. The camera just won't adjust here. Beautiful though, beautiful. I think maybe I should walk down to the south first. Let's walk down to the south. There seems to be more light as I go down to the south. So we'll walk down towards Barefoot Beach and walk along Barefoot Beach for a little while. This is where I have problems with my connection, so bear with me here. It kind of fades out in here. Let's keep our fingers crossed. That's quite a walk down to Wiggins Pass from here. It's got to be, oh my gosh, from here down to Wiggins Pass, it's got to be a couple of miles, at least a couple of miles. A good walk. If you're looking to do a 5-mile walk, this would be a good place to do it. Come in here, walk down to Wiggins Pass and back. These are all the homes of Laley at Barefoot Beach. There's some very, very interesting homes back in here. Very unique architecture. They take a teeny tiny lot and just put a giant box on it. A giant 3-story box on it. These houses are in the millions and millions of dollars there. We'll see some of them as we walk along. Naples, where we were at the pier yesterday, is way, way down there. Way, way, way down there. Boy, that was fun yesterday morning. We're going to have to do that again. I don't know how far it is before we get actually into the preserve here at Barefoot Beach. But I'm guessing it's a mile or probably more than a mile before we actually lose the homes here and get into the preserve. See what it's looking like to the north here when I spin around. I'm saving a big surprise for the end. There's something very, very famous right where I started my beach walk. I didn't want to show it to you. There's a very, very famous hangout here on the beach that I'm going to show you later on in the video when I get back up the beach up here. It is world famous. I'll give you a hint. They got great Chicago style pizza. Good morning, Jessica. Jessica Lynn. Now that's who you get. If you ever visit House of Omelets, you got to ask if Jessica's working. Jessica will take good care of you. You tell her you're my friend when you go in there, when you sit down, and she will give you extra special attention. Good morning, Jessica. Jessica at House of Omelets. So now we're getting into the beachfront homes here at Barefoot Beach. And as you can see, they're not very big lots, but they just stuff as much house on that lot as possible. Some very, very interesting architecture. Very interesting architecture. There's one house down here where the guy has an observatory up on the roof. The big dome with the telescope in it that rotates around. We got a nice deserted beach here this morning. Gorgeous Thursday morning. Beautiful here. Thanks for tuning in. Good morning. Are we going to see any dolphins here? Are we going to see any dolphins? That is the big question. Scott and Linda report that they see dolphins here and find shark's teeth. Look at those homes. Wow. So this is actually North Naples now. I'm right on the border between Collier County and Lee County. This is up in northern Collier County here. And where I started, I was in Lee County. It's really nice, really nice. I'm not a huge fan of, as you know, the homes along the beach, but, you know, if you got the money, I guess, you know, enjoy. I'd just rather see trees here than houses, but these aren't apartments, these are houses. Looking for that house with the observatory on the roof. It's right here somewhere. It's right when you come into Barefoot Beach. Now this is really crazy, but to get to Barefoot Beach Preserve Park, if you Google that, if you look on the map, that is the park that is on the north side of Wiggins Pass. When I'm standing at Wiggins Pass in Del Norte Wiggins Pass State Park, and I say, and over there is Barefoot Beach. To get to that park, you actually have to come through this gated community here. You have to drive through this gated community. They just let you zip right through the gate. You just say you're headed to the beach, and you drive all through this community. Don't veer off the main road. They're going to get you. They got security cameras all over the place. Just go directly to the beach. But you have to drive all through this community to get down to Barefoot Beach Preserve Park. It was kind of weird. Still feels weird when you drive through there. Look at that house. Look at that. I think that's the one Donnie just built. I think that's Donnie's new beach house there. Looks like it's crooked. Just the angle of the camera. Look at that. And there is an osprey perched up on the, listen to it. There's an osprey perched up on the right corner of the roof there. Hear it? How cool is that? How cool is that? Another house going up right here next to it. Some pelicans flying by here. Our beautiful pelicans. That osprey up there chirping away. Well, so far so good on the connection. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut, not jinx myself. Thanks for tuning in this morning. A new venture for us, a new venture. Well, that's kind of neat. Look over there. Look at the sparks flying. They're cutting the steel rebar. Did you see the sparks flying over there? That's a look up to the north. Again, we're on Barefoot Beach up in North Naples, Florida. Nice little waves rolling in right here. Haven't noticed anything breaching the surface yet. Haven't seen any dolphins yet. Saw an osprey just dive into the water up here. I don't know if he had any success. Well, no luck. I don't know where that house is with that telescope, the observatory on the roof. You can see it from the main road on the other side of all these houses. But I have no idea where it is in regards to seeing it from the beach here. More pelicans going by here. Once you get past these houses, then you come onto the condos, and it's just, I don't know. It's gross to me, but all these pink condominiums, they all look the same, just one after the other. But to each their own. I couldn't imagine coming home from a night out on the town, and I mean, there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. You know, there's probably, I don't know how many condos there are, these big high-rise condos. There's probably 10 of them at least, and they all look identical. I couldn't imagine coming home from a night on the town when you first move in there, being able to find your place. Well, as I said earlier, I have never set foot on this beach in my 40 plus years of living here in Southwest Florida. This is a first for me. So I'm glad you were able to tag along with me. A Sanibel beach walk. That's an awful lot to ask. That is quite a trip to Sanibel, and that is an awful lot to ask. To drive up there and to not even know if I can get a connection up there. I'd love to do it. I might make that a pay-per-view to drive up there. That's 2 hours of driving time up there and back for me. I'd love to see Sanibel. You know, I don't get paid to do these beach walks. So I appreciate you sending stars. I really appreciate that. Maybe if somebody in Sanibel would like to advertise their business here, that would be a good connection up there. We could do that, kind of tie it into that. That would be fun. I mean, there's a lot of fun restaurants up there, hotels, shops. So maybe somebody watching in Sanibel would maybe want to sponsor a beach walk or something. That would be an idea. By the way, we are looking for advertisers now. Anybody that needs some help with their social media and would like to branch out, expand their marketing, we are putting together some packages to do that here at Southwest Florida Television. So if anybody's interested, send us a message. Carrie is the manager there, handling all of that stuff. Good morning. The sun hasn't made it up over the buildings yet over here. Just listen to those waves. The little waves. It's still beautiful to listen to. Oh, here's a moon jelly. A moon jellyfish here on the beach, washed up on the beach. That's the top side of it. I can probably turn it over here. Show you the underside. There's its tentacles. The moon jelly. Here another osprey, just getting the sand off it. You can see they're kind of translucent. If I had two hands, I'd put it back in the water, but it'd probably just wash back up on the beach. The moon jellyfish. Been seeing a lot of those. People have been reporting seeing a lot of them out in the water lately. I don't know if they sting you or not. I try not to touch the tentacles. I don't want to find out. Well, that's not good, Teresa. You got stung by one, huh? Oh, I see the sun starting to come up over here, just peeking up above the dunes here, right over just on the edge of that house over there. Beautiful. Here comes the sun. Hey, let's not forget about our friend Dave Stewart. Please keep Dave in your prayers. He just needs some prayers for healing. Please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. This seagull's got a little fish in its mouth. Yep, down the hatch it went. Keep Dave in your prayers. Also Roy, he's on the mend here. Anybody else that needs some prayers, feel free to post them in the comments here. Well, here's where the beachfront homes end and the condos begin. One after the other. I don't know how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, half a dozen. They all pretty much look the same. And as I said earlier, if you go to Barefoot Beach Preserve Park, Collier County's Barefoot Beach Preserve Park, you're going to drive through this gated community to get to the beach. It's kind of unique. You just go through the guard gate, say, I'm going to the beach. But like I said before, you stay on that main road. Don't venture off the main road. They got cameras everywhere. Very tight security in there. Don't go driving around looking at the houses or anything like that, as tempting as it might be. By the way, Barefoot Beach Preserve Park, that is also where Florida Gulf Coast University has their gopher tortoise research project. That is part of Barefoot Beach Preserve Park. And that starts down where the buildings end. Again, that's what we see when we look north across Wiggins Pass. We see the very end of the south end of Barefoot Beach Preserve Park. I think what I'm going to do is when I get down to my turnaround point, I haven't decided where that's going to be yet, where I'm going to hang my Florida U-turn. I think I'm going to end this live feed and start a second live feed for my walk back. And what you're probably going to want to watch that, because at the end I'm going to show you something very, very special. A fun little place here. A fun place right on the Bonita Collier County line, or Lee County Collier County line. A place that, I kid you not, it's world famous. People from all over the world come and hang out there. And all I'm going to say is they're noted for their Chicago-style pizza. Pizza on the beach. Many of you know what I'm talking about. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for everybody else watching. Don't let the cat out of the bag. I'm surprised I haven't seen a dolphin here. I was kind of hoping for that. I think I see another jellyfish washing up on the beach. Yeah. See it there? Oh, it just got pulled back into the water. It just got pulled back into the water. It was that jellyfish's lucky morning. It just got pulled back into the water. Very cool. I don't know where it went. Got carried out into the undertow. I don't see it. Huh. Very cool. Our seagull friends going by. But not spotting any dolphins yet. Morning. This is a great walking beach for you, Dexter. While we're at low tide, anyway. If you want to venture out. There goes up, my beach patrol scooting by. See, those condos aren't only along the beach, they're also back in there. But they just all look the same. Every single one of them looks the same. Those of you that like beachfront condo living, there you go, Barefoot Beach. So somebody asked how far it was to Wiggins Pass from where I started this morning. I don't know how long this feed has been going, but I am about halfway down to Wiggins Pass now, about halfway there to Wiggins Pass. So I'm walking kind of on the slow side here, stopping, looking around, talking. But you can figure it out from there. I figured it was at least a couple of miles. Probably more. From Bonita Beach Park down to Wiggins Pass. But after these condos, there's a few more homes, and then you get into Barefoot Beach Preserve, where there are no homes. Just like Del Nor Wiggins. Absolute paradise. I've tried doing a beach walk at Barefoot Beach Preserve, and I just can't get a signal. My signal kept dropping out down there. Well, there's the sun. There's Mr. Sunshine. Wow. Blinding when I actually see it. Blinding there. We've walked down quite a ways now. I'm sure more than a mile. We started where those pine trees are, way up there. Way up there. That was our starting point. Way up there. That is where the bend is, where Bonita Beach Road makes the bend to the north, is up where those trees are up there, right in the middle of the screen. You see all the way up to Fort Myers Beach, Cape Coral. Good morning, Jay from North Carolina. Good morning. Bit hazy there this morning. Our humidity's starting to increase on the rise a little bit here because we've had some afternoon showers. Temps today are going to be low 90s. Feel a lot warmer than that with the humidity. The heat index, feel like it's in the hundreds. So far so good, having a great little walk this morning. Lots of friends coming on. Seeing some new names here, Always love having new friends joining here. And welcome to our Southwest Florida Television Beach family. Our little stroll down Barefoot Beach in North Naples, Florida. We actually started up in Bonita Springs this morning. We started in Lee County and crossed over. Let's see if I can make it down here to the border of the preserve. And then I'm going to end this feed and start a second live feed. So stick around as I make my walk back. There's a great blue heron. Nice. There, you can see all the condos of Park Shore way down in the distance there. Way down in the distance. A lot farther than normal. A lot farther than they normally are during our beach walks. I don't know what this guy wants to do. If he wants to come up on the beach, I don't want to scare him away. Give him plenty of room here. I'm way up on the beach here. It is. It's our field trip. I like that analogy, Peter. This is our Thursday morning field trip. And I keep telling you guys, I want to go to more beaches. I want to visit different places in the morning for these live feeds. But it is up to you guys. I cannot do it without your financial support. The reason I visit Delnor, Wiggins, and Vanderbilt Beach is because it's close to home. But if these, if I'm going to have to start driving, an hour to a beach, I'm going to need to see some financial support. But I think it'll be worth it. It'll be fun. Get to see some new sights. And it might not even be a beach. Maybe we'll get into some parks or something if I can make the arrangements to get into some of our attractions here in town. It might not always be the beach, but I will return to the beach. Believe me, we will have our beach walks. But every once in a while, we might mix it up. So think about that. When you see that little become a supporter option, do consider becoming a supporter of Southwest Florida Television. Thank you, guys. Those of you who have done that, thank you so much. Thank you. Those of you that are sending stars, thank you. Beautiful. I'm just going to continue a little further south here, just a little bit further south. I really don't know exactly where the houses end here. I can see Yep, exactly, Mary, like the bird sanctuary. I'd love to take you out for a live feed to my friend's animal preserve, but I cannot get cellular service out there, no matter what I do. Cell phones do not work out there. He does not have Wi-Fi throughout the preserve. But I'd love to take you for a tour of that place with my friend John and show you the tigers and lions, all the other big cats, the zebras and donkey and let's see, what else does he have? Horses, ponies, chickens, tortoises, snakes, alligators, birds, reptiles, lizards and iguanas and all kinds of neat things. It's called Kauai-Chobe Animal Preserve. Look them up. Kauai-Chobe. Just like it sounds. Yeah, good luck figuring that one out. Kauai-Chobe Animal Preserve, Naples, Florida. Fun place. Always looking for volunteers. Always needing help. Not just to help clean cages and take care of the animals, but help build cages, build enclosures, or not cages, enclosures. New and bigger enclosures for the animals. These are all animals that were abandoned. So they would be dead if it wasn't for John and his wife Grace and all of the wonderful volunteers out there. It's amazing how many people buy lion cubs, tiger cubs for pets, clueless as to how big they get. John has 2 white tiger cubs. They are now, each of them, I have video of me playing with them when they were cubs. Just unbelievable. That's the one fun thing. When he gets a new cub in there, I get to go play with these exotic animals. And that is an experience. Believe me, I've got to play with lions and tigers and cougars and all kinds of exotic cats. But these little tiny lion cubs. I'm going to share a video of it later. When they were little cubs, I couldn't keep them off me when I was trying to film the video. They kept jumping up on me like, like a little kitten. But now they're over 550 pounds each. Over 550 pounds. Their paws are way larger than your head. Just their paw is bigger than your face. Unbelievable how big these animals get and the strength. And people want to keep them as little pets in their house. No. There's one single solitary paddleboarder out here. Making his way, I can't tell, her way up to the north here. Looks like a guy. One of these days, we'll try that, huh? I'm not going to do it alone. Somebody else has to do it for the first time with me. I don't want to be the only fool out there. These waves are beautiful. Barefoot Beach, North Naples, Florida. We are closing in on Barefoot Beach Preserve. Looks like there's just a couple more houses before the start of Barefoot Beach Preserve. Awesome. Yeah, Mary, the bird gardens of Naples. I definitely want to get out there again, take a little walk around. I'm actually going to get in touch with Carrie about doing that because they just reopened. I don't know what their schedule is for visitors right now, but I'll get in touch with her. I'd love to go out to the bird gardens. Maybe take a friend along with me. And that would be in place of a morning beach walk, because that's a good half-hour drive out to the bird gardens for me. But that's always fun, see those beautiful parrots. It's a parrot sanctuary. She rescues parrots. People don't realize that's something else. You buy a parrot. You buy a parrot when you're, say you're 30 years old, you get a little baby parrot, and that's normally how you do it. You get a little baby. That bird is gonna long outlive you. That happens so many times. The owners pass away, and then here's these beautiful birds, and people don't know what to do with them. Well, Carrie's one of those kind-hearted people that she takes in those parrots, houses them, feeds them, takes care of them. Puts them up for adoption if they're adoptable. Some birds just aren't adoptable. They're either too old or they were just one-person birds. Check it out, Bird Gardens of Naples. We'll go take a tour of that place. Well, here we go, folks. We have crossed the line here. We have officially entered Barefoot Beach Preserve. Right here. There's the last house at Barefoot Beach, lately, Barefoot. The last of the homes. The last of the homes. And from here down to the south, unspoiled beach paradise. How about that, huh? How about that? And then down at the end of this preserve lies Wiggins Pass. And just across Wiggins Pass, Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park. This is kind of neat here. You can come up behind the sea oats. See, there's no seagrasses here or anything to disturb. And get a look. I love looking through the sea oats. I'm not going to walk along there. I see some little footprints down here. This is all, there are so many gopher tortoises in here. So many gopher tortoises back here in the woods. I'm just going to walk down along the edge here of the preserve and see if we can spot a gopher tortoise. See if we can spot a gopher tortoise. Out for an early morning stroll. I'm going to turn around here pretty soon, though. I can't go much further. I'll be running out of batteries before I get back. This is just so beautiful here. So beautiful. I can't imagine what this looked like just a month ago before all these blooms started drying out. All the sea oat tassels. Remember, we don't mess with the sea oats. They are protected by law. I don't see any gopher tortoises putzing around. Well, those waves. Now this is interesting here. Here's something interesting. One lone coconut palm. One lone coconut palm tree there on the beach. A coconut washed up on the beach apparently there and took hold and sprouted, and there you go. You see coconuts in the water all the time, but you don't see many coconut palms along our beaches, only ones that have been planted by us as part of the landscape. But there's one lone coconut palm. That's cool. We did have one starting to grow at Wiggins one time. One washed up on the beach and sprouted, and unfortunately a big storm came and washed it away before it really got to take hold. Up by Wiggins Pass. It was kind of neat. It's quite a few years ago. Well, I'm going to start another live feed here in a couple minutes for the journey back. I hope to see you there. If not, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the stars. It's been a wonderful morning so far. I appreciate your friendship. Tell your friends about Southwest Florida Television. Be sure to share. It's all about sharing. Share, share, share. That's what's going to make this work and continue to grow, is you sharing. Thank you, Anna. Maybe we'll get lucky and see a dolphin on the way back. You never know. You never know what we're going to see during these live feeds. This is kind of a new venture for me. A new venture for me. Barefoot Beach. All right, if I don't see you in a few minutes, tally ho, tally ho. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.